In our last podcast, we generated an ERE diagram from the LDSWard data, and then we forward engineered it to actually create the tables. And now we have the tables, we can manually enter in some of the data to make sure that it works. Sometimes I refer to this in class as just plain computer. So we want to enter data in the member table, but we have to enter data in these other tables first because the member table references them. So let's start with the ward table. I'm not going to enter all the data. We're just going to do the first one for Jared McWilliams. Okay, so Jared McWilliams, if I right click on ward and do select limit 1000, I can start entering data. The ward ID is auto increment and will get automatically populated. Let's put in his ward name. So it looks like he is Rexburg first. Does he have a calling? Elders Quorum first counselor. So Elders Quorum. I could spell quorum, would be nice. I think that's right. First counselor. And the organization, I'm just going to say elders. Click apply. And it generates this insert statement. And it went ahead and inserted the data. Okay, what else do I need to put in? Well, I need to put in the mission. But mission has a mission lookup, so I've got to put in the mission lookup first. So I'll give it a mission name. He was in the USA, Georgia, Macon. Click apply down here. And put something in there. Notice how, again, the auto increment key gets automatically assigned. Now I can put something in mission. Okay, so I'll select that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in 1 because that references the first reference in mission lookup. Okay, apply there. Okay, what other tables do I need to populate before I can go to the member? Looks like we've got the endowment table, and so let's do that. Okay, we've got the endowment ID and the endowment type, but looks like we're missing the date. So I'm going to have to modify this table and add that. So I can right click on endowment, alter table, and whoops, I hit the wrong thing. I was dropping the table. Let's go to alter table, not drop table, and add endowment date. Change that to a date. And of course, if you have an endowment, you have to have an endowment date, so I'll make that required, meaning it cannot be null. And I need to change this to endowment type. Not be null either. So I'll apply that. And it alters, this is a script that it runs to alter the table. Finish that. So let me go back to endowment. Okay, so now I've got a date. So endowment type, let's say just endowment. Oh, it's a type of marriage. So let's do that. Let's do marriage and the date. You have to enter it in the form of year, month, and day. So we'll go 2013 dash the 9th month, so 09, and the 12th day. And the other endowment is sealing, which was the same day for this person. So I'll go marriage, I'm sorry. It's kind of odd because marriage and sealing is the same thing. So I do have one for an endowment, so let's put that in. So we'll put that as type endowment. And the endowment date would be 2011-07-24. Okay. Now I can hit the apply button and it will run the script to insert those rows into the table. All right, what else do I need to put in here before I can put something in members? Got the endowment. Okay. Ordinance. Okay, so I've got to put some things in the ordinance table. So let's do that. Ordinance type. Let's do baptism. And the ordinance date was, well, I guess I should do baby blessing first. So let's do that. Baby blessing. And ordination date. I'm sorry. Let's see. Baby blessing was 1990-01-26. Okay, I'm not going to enter all the data. I just wanted to do this by way of example. You can play around with the rest of the data, try to enter it yourself. But now what I want to do is I want to enter things into the member table. So let's do that. And as I mentioned, we're going to do the first person, which is Jared McWilliams. So let's type Jared McWilliams. And the birth date for Jared was 1990-01-01. The mission began on 2009-06-23. And the mission ended on 2011-6-28. Okay. The ward ID we know was auto incremented to 1, and the mission ID was 1. Okay, so go ahead and apply that. Now what we haven't done now is created the relationship between the member and the endowment. Okay, we know his member ID is 1, and we know that he had 2 endowments, or he had, I guess we should call him his endowment and his marriage. So the same thing. Okay, so his marriage was endowment ID 1, endowment was ID 2. So then we have to do is we have to go to the associative table to create the link between his endowment and his member ID. So I go to the member endowment table, and this is going to get auto incremented, the member endowment ID. But so member ID 1, 1, and then member ID 1. What did that turn? So now what we've done is we've created the relationship between the member, Jared McWilliams, he's 1, and his 2 endowments. And here are his 2 endowments. And this is just the primary key for those. So practice yourself, enter data in the rest of the tables. And in a future lesson, when we start doing selects, we'll show how to pull all the data together using a single select.